was to do various productions of the play. I would give you like all the equipment you needed to stage the play in various ways. And so this is one of the marionettes from the marionette production. When I did when I did the show, there was a big marionette stage and then all of the different characters as marionettes. And when I named them as all in that same way, as a kind of pop culture figure, as if a certain actor had been cast as that character. And in the play, Madame de Mistival is a very Margaret Dumont character. She's the mother of Eugenie, who's like, I think she's 15 years old at the time, who's the 15-year-old girl who's being educated by the libertines, who are teaching her philosophy and then also having sex with her in all these different ways. And at the end, her mother shows up to take her away from the hands of these debauched people. And what happens is that she ends up, her daughter betrays her, and she gets fucked by the footman and by the other two guys who are there, who have the clap and give her the ideas that she gets dosed with the clap, and then they sew up her cunt and ass.
Yeah, we were noticing that.
Yeah.
Sewn up.
Yeah.
I didn't see the back. Okay.
So what are the rods?
That's the marionette, thing.
It's a marionette puppet.
And then the bag.
The bag is, when I was trying to figure out how I was going to display this, it's like it's like you take the
Looks
puppet
like a
off, you put it in the
laundry
bag, and you can carry it around.
Really? That's
also
how you
helps.
carry around puppets?
Well, that's how you carried around the puppets in this installation. I mean, there were a bunch of other versions. There was a hand puppet version that had a kind of portable stage on wheels. And we did a lot of things. Like for that installation, I basically came into work in the gallery every day that the show was up. And I built a little office for myself with one-way mirrors. People could sort of watch me working. And
What kind of work were you doing?
Well, with things like this, I do a lot of research. So I was researching Desaad's life, I was researching the time, I was doing research on other sort of puppetry, and so I was like making notes on that. I was doing these diagrams. I published like a little zine that was a diagram of each of the sexual encounters in the script. So I had like each person, with a different shape, and then sort of arrows for who was, fucking who or when or.
Thus inspiring the L word.
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing that I never see a dime from. And then towards the end of the show, I did an open reading of the script. So we set up a table with copies of the script, and people could come in and out. And a bunch of my friends came and read, and I was reading. People could come and take a different character. Like if you had shown up, you could have read Madame de Mistival for a while.
I would have done that.
See?
That would have been so much fun.
Yeah.
So did you feel self-conscious being in a one-way mirrored room?
No. I mean,
because you like to spend a lot of time alone.
yes.
And it's like,
Yeah. But see, the good thing about performing is that it's a kind of armor. It allows you to be alone. It's like it's like DJing. You always have an excuse for why you can be like, it's great to talk to you. Let me let me do this for a second. You know, you got to change a record or something like that. So it's actually a way of being with people with a real structure to it.
Cool.
So, hey, how's it going? Okay,
Hi.
good.
All right.